Greetings, adventurers, and welcome to the Adventure Incorporated podcast. I am your Dungeon Master, Anthony Reed. This is episode 119 and the second episode of the Royal Story Arc. So, once again, this was recorded at my kitchen table, and unfortunately the sound quality is not quite up to our usual standard. I know that's kind of a bummer, but I really think this episode has a lot of important beats in it, and I don't want anyone to miss it, so bear with us for this. Next week we'll be back to our regular recorded quality. This episode of Adventure Incorporated is brought to you by Mike and patrons like them. If you're not a patron yet, head over to patreon.com/adventureinc. Check it out today. This month I uploaded a test we did of our live show format. So it's a very cool little look at what we were trying to play around with to make sure it would work for the live show itself. It was also at my kitchen table, but I think that you'll enjoy it a lot. It was super fun, and I'm very excited about it. Finally, if you have never heard the Adventure Zone podcast, it's a similar show to ours. It's a D&D show. It's really great. It was an inspiration for this show, so I'd highly recommend it. It's a ton of fun, especially their first arc. They're putting out a graphic novel of their first story arc, Here There Be Gerblins, and they sent me an early copy of it. It is truly awesome. It's so fun to read, especially if you're a fan of the podcast. You can just see how it flows through to this new medium. It's very cool. You know, we do a lot of short stories and a lot of one-shot podcasts that sort of tie into this podcast, and so we have already played with sort of other mediums of the storytelling of this show, and it's so cool to see someone else do it as well. I highly recommend it. It's out the 17th. So just a couple of days from now, check it out, Amazon or wherever bookstores you can find. That's all I've got this week. Let's get started. Nobles and farmers, knights and wenches, gather round to hear a tale of excitement and mystery. Brave adventurers facing grave dangers. Keth, the fighter monk.
Guys, there's a lot of puppy in this cloak. I needed to say it.
What?
Genevera, the sorcerer.
Genevera, you're sitting there next to Clyde, who just goes, "What the fuck?"
I hold up my hand for a high five.
Gebetto, the rogue.
As soon as they see the five of you, their expression hardens.
Well, we'll see you later. And Gebetto just turns.
Gillick, the paladin warlock.
But you're dying again, right? Like, you die, then you get a spirit.
And you're nothing.
And then
you become nothing.
And then you're nothing. That sounds like bullshit. Let's go kill the Death Lord.
And Asher, the druid barbarian.
Yeah, but I'm asking specifically why Jeff is important to Asher.
It's just the first name. You know what? I don't have to justify this.
Let us recall what happened when we last left our heroes.
You need to find a way to get more troops to Paranet.
Okay.
And find a way to reunite these kingdoms.
Okay.
Because they cannot be apart like this. And she is the linchpin.
Oh,
And
okay.
she just, storms out.
Bye.
Problem one. We need your wife to send support to Paranet.
I was going to leave tonight, but I can wait till the morning. That's fine, or whatever.
You're the best.
Great. We're your boss.
Prepare yourselves, for this is the tale of Adventure Incorporated.
So, you go and you enjoy your stay in the tavern. There are a couple other things you probably want to get done while you're here. Better, are you going to Adamans?
You know it, Doug.
What are you getting?
I'm getting a spirit charm because I've needed it the last couple of times and didn't have it. No, not the spirit charm, the luck charm.
Oh, okay.
I have had the spirit charm and haven't fucking used it.
Even though there were a couple times you should have.
Yep. I don't remember the other two things that I'm going to get.
All right, you look that up.
Yeah.
Gillick, is there anything you want to do while you're here at Adventure Incorporated?
Gillick wants to flip through his journal and see if he notices any of the strange squiggles that match Genevera's journal.
So, in your journal, you still have that thing where, like, your eyes, after a short time, start being able your eyes stop being able to focus on the words, and they begin to sort of like vibrate and move and change into symbols you can't understand.
Cool.
But it is not the same as the fuzziness that comes from hers. Did you write anything in your journal, like, specific to those events?
No.
Then nothing would be fuzzed out.
Okay. Anything, going through my journals again, anything that you see related to any of the objects that we've collected? Like, could I make, like, a knowledge check? Because these are all, like, source power magic objects, right? If I'm a warlock and I can access all of these types of spells, and divination on top of that, can I make a knowledge check and see if there's anything about these weapons somewhere in ancient history, universe shit, whatever?
Sure. What's your knowledge modifier?
I have a +2 int. I don't think I have anything specific. I have a knowledge religion. I don't know if that would count.
Knowledge history is what we're looking
knowledge
for.
History. Okay. History. +0. I do not have. Excellent.
You sort of nothing in your journal strikes you as being relevant to this. You've not like written anything specific, but there's something about the sword that sort of seems somewhat familiar, and you start pouring through some old history texts.
Okay.
The founder of one of the houses just happened to have a red sword.
No. There is a description of a sword called the Elemental Blade.
The Elemental Blade. Okay.
And the Elemental Blade was capable of producing like effects of different types, like fire and cold and lightning and thunder could be generated from the blade.
Okay.
And so whether that Elemental Blade that is mentioned in history is the same as this or not, you don't know. But it certainly seems to have a similar effect. And it was something that was found by the Order of Pure Elements.
Oh, really?
But this is like well before Baum. Like, this is ancient history stuff.
Very cool.
It seems like the Elemental Blade, the author of this passage never saw the blade. They heard of the blade's existence, and the blade was part of a prophecy.
Yeah. Hey, Kev, can I see your sword?
Yeah, what's up?
Okay. No, I was going through some of my journals and my books, and this is the only object that we found that actually has a reference to it, right? There's no other. Okay. It seems like this is something that is in existence and is part of a prophecy.
Oh,
take a look at this.
Weird. That surprises me that it's in existence. Yeah, check it out. I take the book.
Can I use Divine Sense to see if there's anything about it that's inherently evil or good, or if it's just an item?
Yeah, you use Divine Sense, and there is no inherent goodness or evil to it. It is a seemingly neutral piece of arcane magic.
And it's a longsword or a greatsword?
Longsword.
It's a great longsword.
It's a great longsword.
It's pretty great.
It's pretty dope.
Yeah, it's me.
It's a dope sword.
It's a dope sword. Yeah, I'd say dope sword.
It's no Calais.
Dope.
Whatever.
As I'm holding it.
Cutlass.
Also won't have aired yet.
Yes. So thank you.
Here's a little sneak peek, guys.
Hashtag
Adventure Weekend.
Here's a little cutting room floor, guys.
Hashtag Adventure Weekend.
Gillick, I'm glad I ran into you here.
Okay. Me too. Miss you.
Miss you, buddy. We just hug. I've been meaning to ask you.
Did you say nah?
Yeah.
We hug. Nah.
That's fair. I did ask. And I've been meaning to ask you, all your studies about religion and lore, Have you come across any of the orc gods or studied them at all?
Oh, well, I mean, there's, what's his name? Off the top of my head, I can't remember. Oh, man. He always pulls out one of his books to read.
Specifically, I was looking for, maybe it'll jog your memory.
Okay.
They refer to him as the Red God.
Yes. I'm reading one of my books.
Yeah. I was gonna go ask the librarian, but since I ran into you.
So I'm going to actually put this line of questioning on hold. First of all, because that's two different gods.
It is.
And second of all,
Yeah, but why can't Gillick just be wrong like everyone else we've talked to?
Hey! Boom, 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 boom.
Fair.
Fire.
Everyone knows it's a fucking plum pudding model.
I gotta Google that at some point.
Alright.
So, one of the things that since you guys like you guys probably like run into Clyde again at some point, he mentions to you that he has hired because of sort of the work that you guys have been doing. You've attracted a lot of new researchers to come in. So, I am going to allow you guys to assemble a list of questions for the researchers that we will have put together so that by the end of... So, like, put together a list of questions. Depending on the sort of depth of the question, it'll be how many points I assign it, and I'll give the list back to you guys. This will be off board, but you'll get your answers the next time you come back to Adventure Incorporated. And basically, you'll send me questions, I'll give you point totals, and then you can buy the answers you want
Sure.
from the list. And we'll post all of that stuff on like Facebook and Twitter and on the Patreon stuff so that people can see it. If
Can
there's
the
some-
Can they advise us on what to ask?
I don't mind. That's up to you guys. Because when you guys get the list back, you'll have to decide as a group how much you want to pay, or how many of your research points
Sure.
you want to use for what questions. So if you have questions like that about the Red God for more information or whatever, that is something that you would want to put on this list. And any other... So after like we're done here with this session, that would be a list that I want you guys to compile. To bring together. Cool. What were the other two things you wanted to put in from your alchemy?
Oh, right. I wanted to do just another Phoenix potion.
Okay.
And so that's...
Are you under the effects of the Phoenix Potion right now, or are you still...
I am not.
Okay.
You exploded already, right?
Yeah. And then I will also take a Spirit Charm just in case. So, Luck Charm for 1, Spirit Charm for 1, and then Phoenix Potion for 3. Just 5.
Perfect. Asher, do you have anything else you want to do?
I'd like to... I think I sent this out on... Or sent people to do research for me, right? Last time? Sylvan.
Right. So, when Rikus comes back, we'll say it was Rikus.
Rikus! My friend that I didn't make up
what's
on.
going on, bro?
yeah.
No.
Radical Rikus!
Yeah, still done. Master Asher.
I like my voice so much.
I do too.
Not doing it.
Any word on what I sent you out to find?
I have been searching for word of the Sylvan, trying to keep it less than public.
Sure.
As I know that there was some issue.
Assassination attempts, yes.
Assassination attempt.
Oh, assassination. I did die.
Correct.
Not
It was
gonna-
a successful assassination that you ran
I
into.
was assassinated.
I have been unable to locate any word of any other Sylvan that exists.
Okay. Anything... I think I sent him over one other thing too, wasn't it?
Milk.
I did get some milk.
Yay. Right. Wonderful. Good. I think I did that. I think it wasn't also I sent him out to see word of my sister because that was like the one bit of memory I found.
And I also have nothing on that.
Great. So there's a whole lot of nothing reported back. Did you find anything out? Any information relevant to any?
For the Sylvan, I would say that what I have found is relevant in that I have not found no word of Sylvan. I have found word of no Sylvan.
I already knew that.
So it is not that I have heard nothing from them.
Yeah, you haven't found them. I gathered that.
It is that I have found that there are none.
Well, okay. That's interesting. Sure. Keep looking.
Okay.
Because there's something I'm missing, and I don't know where it is.
Okay. Would you?
That's why I want you to look for it.
Would you like me to be more overt than I have been?
No.
Okay.
If you need to go to more shady channels, that's fine, but I don't think you'll find what you need there. If that makes sense. But I don't
know
want
what you're implying.
Criminal underbelly.
What are you trying to say about
your
me,
job,
Master Hatcher?
I'm not saying anything. You calm down, Rikus, okay? I
can't help it, I'm just so radical!
do not be more overt, because last time we were overt about it, terrible things happened.
I don't keep it chill.
Very well.
And you can maybe... what was the name of...
Last time we were more overt when I flat out said to someone, I am a Sylvan.
I got killed. What was the order of the guy? What's his name? And I had him look for my druid pal.
Your murderer.
Donald.
I have found that Donald is still around and is still traveling with druids, but I tried to keep my distance since he was the one who murdered you.
Thank you. Any idea where he's going? What his ups and doings?
I have a hard time tracking the movements of
A druid.
druids. I can track them. I have a hard time predicting where they're headed next.
That's fair. Okay.
But I will keep an eye out and I'll see what I can report to you.
Sure. Thank you. That's really all I needed to do.
Did you have anything you wanted to do?
Get sloshed.
Okay.
Oh, I'm gonna do that.
Jennifer doesn't change. She wears her fancy clothes
Same.
to the bar.
Same. Well, no.
No, you took your
I
scarf
took my
off.
fancy scarf off.
And she starts drinking right away, and she's just
I like
very...
that she starts drinking alone.
Right.
Yeah.
After finding no information, I joined her.
Before Gillick hands the sword back to Keth, he wants to see if he can channel some of his radiant and necrotic energy through the sword, see if that does anything.
Okay, yeah, you try to radiant some of your radiant energy through the radiant. You try to channel some of your radiant energy through the blade. What element are you picking for the blade?
What element?
Or whatever, what damage type would you swing through the blade?
I suppose it would be necrotic right now, right? Because I don't have that.
It's you choose with the blade. That's the power of the blade.
Oh.
Is that you get to choose what.
It's like one of those clicky pens
Yeah.
that has 6 different colors on it, and you click one down, and it writes in red, or you click one down, and it
I
writes
really
in
hope
green.
the handle just has the little clicky bits in the bottom.
That would be cool. That would be cool. I'll choose radiant.
Okay. Yeah, so you channel the radiant through your arm, and you swing the blade, and it sort of slashes with a radiant energy.
It's the white button.
Alright. I'll swing through with necrotic energy.
Are you trying to channel the necrotic energy this time?
Yeah.
Yeah, you channel necrotic energy into it, and you swing through with necrotic, and sort of a wash of necrotic energy swings through the air.
Interesting. All right. So this time I'll just try to switch it so that it does fire damage.
Okay, and what are you channeling from you into the blade?
I will channel radiant energy.
You channel radiant energy in, and you swing the blade, and a wash of fire comes out of the end of the blade.
I'll do the same thing, but with necrotic energy.
The same thing, a wash of fire.
Whoa.
So the energy that you are channeling into the blade is being transformed in the blade and becomes whatever you have chosen as the blade's energy.
As long as you press the right button.
Right.
That's cool.
Click the right. Yeah.
Clicky bit.
Right.
The clicky handle.
What happens if you try and push all of them down?
Right.
at the same
Then it clears
It's
it.
not exactly that.
Doesn't work.
Then it clears it unless you do it too hard.
It's
Then
a
it jams it.
Yeah, it's
time? A
jams it up.
sword jam?
It's just metal.
Your
That's how
arm stops in the air.
That's how you get force damage.
Oh, that makes sense.
Yeah, checks out.
Wait, can you... Oh, it's elemental. It's can you slash with it and get piercing damage or bludgeoning?
No, yeah, you don't get any slashing, piercing, or bludgeoning. Those are the only things you can't sort of
Unless you turn the sword on its side and then just hit someone with it.
No, it'll still channel the energy.
Oh, sure.
It'll still be whatever energy type
Yeah.
you've chosen.
Nice.
Cool. It's back.
Thank you.
Okay. Is that everyone?
I'm
So
drinking.
you
now
get
with-
super drunk.
I'm with her.
Less
drunk.
Gillick also gets super drunk.
Okay.
Gillick gets regular drunk. Yeah.
Keth, do you get drunk?
No, it's the DD.
He's got the card out front.
Yeah. He's sitting in the cart looking at his sword.
Just clicking buttons.
Do you have anything you want to do while you're super drunk, or you just get super drunk and go home and go to bed?
Do you want to call? Let's be hoodlums. Let's do some hood rat shit.
Do you want to TP? Do you want to TP Clive's house?
No, I can TP Clive's house.
Genevieve really wants to do that.
What's TP?
But
But
she like has.
all the time.
I know what
It's
TP
total.
is.
No, you totally punch it. You just totally punch his house. TP it.
Let's do it.
I'm just.
Flurry blows.
That's in.
Fire damage with my sword. Oh shit! No.
Just turn into arsonist and we're wanted.
See you in the morning.
Jennifer has turned into sad drunk,
Oh
No, it's
so
okay.
she's just crying.
Oh my gosh, Asher.
It's just not fair because I thought that like maybe like even like I know that it just wasn't like a I know that it wasn't even like a thing, but like I thought that maybe like if
Vulnerability
there was, like,
makes me
it could be
really
a thing,
uncomfortable.
and then I like if he just goes to facility, doesn't even tell us about it for like so long, and it's not fair that he just doesn't even tell us.
Asher is like looking around for anyone else. And he notices they've all left. And he takes his hand and awkwardly just like tries to put it on her back to like comfort her and is nervous about what will happen.
Jennifer like hugs him and cries into him.
Oh boy! And then like he squeezes because he feels bad and doesn't. It just feels uncomfortable.
He's like, are we fighting?
He just like wild shapes away.
Jennifer's hugging a spider.
A snake just. No, I hug back.
Then we have to beat her. And I know we've met her already before, but it's just like it's like different now.
You deserve better. You deserve
But
better.
But I don't want it. I don't know what I want, and it's just not fair because I just don't know anything
It's
anymore.
okay.
We're so busy doing all these other important things, so it shouldn't be that important, but it's so important.
I'm like looking for. I like make eye contact with the bartender, and I'm just like, I don't know.
He just like, puts his hands up and turns
Can
around.
I have one hand up, be like another drink for me.
He's already
Just
got it.
Like, thanks, thank you. And I like am hugging and drinking at the same time.
Jennifer falls asleep.
I didn't do that. I didn't do that.
Sleep.
I didn't do that.
Sleep.
I put her in the chair and I finished my beer.
Like you were at the bar.
No, I didn't
Wake
say
up
I leave
and
her.
running in the
I just
bar.
finished
He's
my
just drinking
beer
with
and
an
then
unconscious.
kind of like poke her on the shoulder a little bit.
Just a
I guess she
Followed me
died.
out.
Yeah, she's.
Cat's like, I know what to do.
No, Asher decided you left.
Oh, I don't know. I figured you guys didn't leave the bar. You just
I was
left
still
in
in
that
the car.
area.
Gillick's not leaving the bar.
All right.
He's just at the other end.
Yeah, he just left the situation.
I can take her home. I don't know.
Bye. I was originally thinking I was just going to go like this. Gillick was going to touch Jennifer's arm and just go, I hear ya.
That's all he's got.
That's all I got.
That's
then
the
finish-
extent of Gillick's empathy at this point.
Yeah.
And then finishes his beer.
Okay, I assume you all get home safely.
That's a big assumption.
Hey,
Someone gets Jennifer
someone's
home.
a sober driver.
Asher Dino brings her home somehow.
Dino brings her home.
I put her on her back and.
Inefficient carrying capabilities.
And
Yeah, like there's town folk. Like, what the fuck is that?
the next morning, everyone gets like a loud rap on their door.
Yo, it's the wake up rap! It's the wake up rap! Yo!
Please.
Darkheart, stop it.
Keep going, keep going.
Yeah, no, you started this.
Yeah.
You finish it.
Wake up rap, you don't listen to crap, you better get up now or I'm gonna rap more on your door. Here you know, I am the Peter Darkheart. What? And he leaves.
Rapping dinos.
Not even.
How many dark hearts do we have in this audience?
Pedro comes by. He's like, I apologize to my brother.
All Patrick, not Peter. I was like, what's wrong? What did I do wrong?
Okay. So you're all awoken by Clyde, who asks you to.
Clyde comes to my room.
Yes, and knocks on the door.
She is a hot mess.
Yeah, you just hear.
But you don't know it's him.
And there's like a little bit of acid in her hangover puke.
Genevera, we're like getting ready to leave or whatever.
You're getting ready to leave or
Yeah, yes. So if you're coming, it'd be great. Like.
God, stop yelling! I'm coming.
Okay. I'll see you in a minute.
Stop!
From down the hall, you hear, "I'm parched."
This is the brightest room ever.
That's 2 candles lit in it.
No window.
She got the only interior room of all the masters.
Jennifer pulls herself out of bed and like pulls herself not together, but like.
So disheveled, except for Kat. The 5 of you reunite.
Feeling great. It's been up for an hour.
Giving up for a run.
Cat's been at the gym, yeah.
Get this, that no hangover friends that we all hate.
I feel like he's drinking out of his flask.
Yeah.
Because I hangover.
Hello, he says to his flask.
Puts it away. Goodbye.
You guys
know me.
You guys convene in the bottom of the tower where the anchor is, and Clyde says, "All right, are you like ready or whatever?" It's been it was a late night. Sorry.
Us too, man. Us too.
Yeah. Wait, why were what tavern were you at?
I was in my room drinking alone.
Oh man.
Get last.
Jennifer.
Asher's mouth is on the floor.
What? Is that a problem?
No, it's.
Okay, have you been hanging out with Evan?
Yeah, Evan's great. I'm really enjoying Evan's company here or whatever.
You know those times when you're not alone.
Right.
We gotta get.
Anyway, let's go.
I'd like you to look into Adventures Anonymous for the whole company.
That's a really good idea.
Yeah, we have some drinking problems here. I can speak from experience.
He opens a portal, and you guys head through to Morevia.
A new portal? A different portal?
The portal?
Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's
You guys pass through the portal. It's good story.
I did it.
Jennifer, can you tell us what happened last night?
Nope, don't remember it. I
Beth
don't
wasn't
remember what
here.
happened last night.
You guys paths.
What do we do?
Paths.
Find a path.
You guys pass through the portal and find yourselves in the sort of the lower reaches of the castle in Morevia.
Boy. Asher has his scarf back on.
Okay, great. Clyde says, "Okay, well, I'm gonna head up to the throne room, and I'll put you on the docket, but you're probably gonna have to wait for a little bit before like they let you in.
Okay.
And that makes sense. That's fine.
We should be able to get you in there pretty soon, though, because it's like, early in the day or whatever." So he's like,
Why do you look so nervous?
These proceedings are, I'm not really 100% comfortable about how these, go yet. And, I don't know how excited she's going to be to hear from you guys. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Yes.
I hear ya. When's the last time we've seen her?
I think the last
Just
time
at
you've
the
physically
mansion.
seen her was at the mansion.
Yeah, the party that we were.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Nice.
correct.
As soon as he leaves, I assume he leaves.
He leaves.
Kath, can you do me a huge, I don't know if it's really a favor, but can you do a thing for me?
Yeah, what do you need?
Can you super flirt with the Lady of Knives?
I can do that.
Cause remember the last time you were she was with you at the banquet, or you and right
We had a moment, yeah.
yeah, and I know in the other universe you guys were married, or you were almost married. Yeah, and then like you died on her, but like, you know, if you could just try that as
Absolutely.
a thing.
Kev doesn't know why, but he was going to anyway. But now he's like, now he like can explain it away. But if in case he fails, he'd be like, "Oh, I was trying for you." But
No, don't say that in front of her though. I don't want her to like. Don't like look at me and be like, "Oh, Jennifer told me to do this." That would be.
Absolutely not. I wouldn't do that. No, I got you. Yeah.
Okay. Just as a thing, just like because I
You
don't
think
know.
it would be funny?
No, I just think that she's probably more receptive to you.
Mm-hmm. I wonder if that'll help. Yeah. Yeah, let's do it.
Yeah.
I'll lead.
Great. Thumbs up. Cat leads.
Sure.
Thumbs up.
Oh yeah.
Go for
Let's
it, pal.
see what happens. This is only the most important thing you've ever had to do.
Kev, I believe in you.
Thanks,
You
man.
got this, dog.
I got this. He tightens his bun.
Right? I mean, you're wearing all the tight clothing, right? You're, looking all jacked.
I didn't say it, but Kev would have wanted to change.
Good.
Are we allowing it?
Well, I mean, you would have prepared to come.
Right. This isn't my fancy clothes for this particular court. The style here is a little bit more free-flowing, kind of more elemental, if you will, like mimicking. So I have very various drapery.
So you're going drapery, curtains? It's curtains for you, Cap. Thanks.
Which element are you trying to sort of adorn yourself with?
Air. Like
Okay, so you're
exactly.
trying to sort of present a nature of air as you come to the court. Everyone else is dressed exactly the fucking same. They always
Not true. I'm wearing a scarf
dress. A red scarf
over
for
my
fire.
hood. Yeah, I have my hood that has like a shawl and then a scarf around it. And it makes no sense, but I feel hot.
Just appreciate
Because
it.
it's very warm.
Yeah,
Gebetta's got Horton's hat on for sure.
Oh,
Tricorn.
Yeah.
And Jennifer has a little bit of acid dripping out of the side of her mouth.
Oh god, gross. It's so gross.
It's like acid drool.
Gebetto kind of like tugs at her a little bit and like holds up a handkerchief.
Thanks.
Okay.
That's a visual gag. I went to tug on Genevera's shirt and accidentally pinched her.
Not hard.
Yes, all those things happen.
Great.
You guys head up to that great hall, to the entrance outside the throne room.
Great.
Have we been put on the docket?
Yeah, when you get there, you see that there's a porter who is sort of calling people in. He says, yes, the Many Pennies, you're on the list. It will take some time. You realize that this was the porter that, when you came to see Elatrix, had let you in at the entrance and was not really pleased with you then either. Or impressed with you, I should say.
Sure. He was just in mourning, though. So.
No, this is when you came to see Elatrix, when Elatrix was king.
The
That
very
one
first
time.
Oh, sure, okay.
Hey buddy, great to see you.
Mm-hmm.
That's what he said.
Yeah. And then he calls out to he's like, Roderick of Kien. And sort of the old man sort of makes his way up to the doorway and he says, I am ready. And the porter lets him
And learn.
And as he's walking by, Jennifer is like, do you guys remember him? Guys, he was the one with the shovels and the rakes. He was our very first guy.
Very first adventure. Hey, buddy.
Whoa.
I don't
Is
remember
he too
him.
far away to talk to him?
I don't know who he is.
Teamwork.
and he heads inside.
Has my memory been stolen?
No, we hadn't met you yet.
Okay.
Yeah, this is before you, dog.
Yeah, this was BA.
B.A.
This is
About 10 minutes later, Roderick comes back out. There's tears streaming down his face. And he just looks sort of sullen. And he just sort of walks out of the room.
Wait,
Roderick!
We'll get your
what
rakes
happened in
back,
there,
buddy.
man?
Oh, the Many Pennies.
Yeah, you
yes?
remember us!
Yes, you helped us with the knoll problem.
Of course.
Well, it's too bad now that we're going to have to find a new place to live anyway. We can't afford the taxes on the farms, and we aren't going to be able to generate enough food for the king, so we're going to have to find a new place to live, I guess.
Why don't you just, I don't know, sell some of the extra farm equipment?
Yeah, we've been down that road. It's not your problem. Don't worry about it. We'll be fine. We'll figure it out. Good luck with the king. She can be difficult.
Roderick, if you can make your way to Magamara Venture Incorporated, we can get you some work.
It's very kind of you, but I'm fairly certain Maghamara has already been once overrun by undead, and I don't think that's the kind of place I want to take my people for safety.
It's better. Yeah, that's fair.
It is better now, but I understand where your head's at. Yeah.
Good luck.
Good luck to you.
We'll survive. Or we won't.
Kept like laughs because he was like, "Oh, was that a joke?"
The porter calls in like another group of peasants, another group of farmers, like 3 or 4 different people come and go, and it sort of feels like more people than were on the docket have been called.
Can we check in with the porter?
He's like, yes, there are 5 more on the list, and then it's you.
Do you recognize any of the other people going in? Just randos?
There are people who showed up after you.
I hate it when that happens.
They must have called ahead, you guys.
Party 2.
Yeah, that's fair.
There's probably not enough in there for, the 5 of us yet.
Right. Yeah, no, I know what you're saying.
5 more go, 6 more, 7 more, 8 more.
Porter, not for nothing. We counted 7.
Oh, yes, there's 5 more ahead of you, and then it's your turn.
Where's Clyde at this point?
Yeah.
Clyde's inside the doors.
Guys, should we just try to slip in between?
Just kick over.
Hold on a second, let me check. And Gebetto points in Clyde's direction.
Behind the doors?
Yep.
Can you do it unseen?
Sure can. As
Oh, you
long
can?
as you know, it says target.
It's gonna hit the wrong person.
Target, and only the target hears and can reply, so only you can hear. Can cast through solid objects if familiar with the target.
Great.
Why didn't I thought you had to? I would have had you do that to Gillick.
Hey, big dog. What? We're just trying to find out when it's our turn.
He says, I don't know, man, I put you on the docket real early. Did you, miss your call?
He sends another message
I had
back.
the pager. Sorry, guys.
Oh, our sandwiches are ready.
Yeah, no, they just keep saying 5 more.
Yeah, that porter's kind of a dick.
Great.
Jibito, ask him if he can just open the door for us and we can go in.
Hey, Porter.
I meant Clyde, but
And Gebetto pulls out 25 gold.
Okay.
And he says, we're really just, we're ready to head on in next. And he puts it down on the table.
He says, I'll tell you what. I will let you know that I was told specifically to let you in last. And so, that is what I have been doing.
Gebetto puts down another 25 gold.
I can allow you to go and return when it is towards the end of the time. But the king has specifically asked for this to be the final thing
Has
she
anyone
deals with today.
has anyone been let in while we're having this conversation?
No, because he's the one who lets people in.
Cool.
So,
I try and walk past him.
okay, the doors are locked.
And I
can
planned
you,
this poorly.
can you just tell everyone else to go home and then we'll be last?
Yeah, you are welcome. He grabs the 2 bags. He says, "You are welcome to tell everyone to go home." Then he pockets them.
Hey, everyone, can you all just go home? It's really important for us, it's
Court's
not-
over.
Fire!
Everyone is looking around like, what?
Anthony,
What are they
There's a fire!
is this a castle? So are the walls made of stone?
They're probably like stone walls, but like reinforced with wood. And there's like tapestries hanging.
I want to try and cast a spell I just prepared that I'm very excited to do.
Okay.
I want to go. It's like, guys, I got this. I hope it works. Stone shape to the wall, and you can make a small passage. And you could also shape a stone door and frame it to seal a door shut. The object you create can have up to 2 hinges and a latch, but no more finer mechanical detail is possible.
Okay, so like next to the double wooden doors, you like place your hands and a new door appears.
You want to go in? We're next.
Yep. Goodbye.
The porter's just like, he doesn't really know what to do. He's just like confused that you just created a door in the middle of the wall.
So, the reason I'm not super excited about it is that we need her to do what we want.
Oh, that's a good point.
We don't, talking to her is not it's not mission accomplished once we get inside the door.
I already made the...
It's a great door, pal.
Hey, look at it. Look at it.
Nice hinges.
The door slowly opens and a guard peeks his head out and he's like, "What?"
Excuse me, we're busy.
Closes the door. We're waiting patiently.
Can you let...
I just imagine there's a guard standing there and all of a sudden it's like... So a door behind me.
No, I get it, Geppetto.
I would love to barge in there and yell a lot. I would really love to do that.
The thing is, what's even worse is this isn't... I don't have to hold concentration. This is just here now.
Forever?
Yes.
This is even better. Now let's just patiently wait.
Get to the door.
Can we agree that if it gets to the end of the day and the end of the time and they still ran out of time, then we just go in there anyway?
I mean, it could also summon a bunch of rats and scare people. No. I'm just thinking of...
So if we're gonna be patient and we're gonna wait, then can we just at least make sure that at the end of the day that we don't try to get no more time.
I just want to make sure that it works. That's all I'm saying. I don't care how we handle it. You can do whatever you want. I just think it's important that we remember that we are asking her to do something that she doesn't want to do. And so I feel like the best way to get something from someone is with kindness and respect. Because every time we yell at someone who is more powerful than us, bad things happen.
Hurt a lot.
Yeah. One of us almost dies to an axe. I blow up my parents. We get banished from an entire kingdom.
All right, I get it. Let's fine. We'll wait. I just want to get this over with.
I agree with Genevera, though. My gut feels is that day's going to end and we're not going to see her. And that's what I'm nervous of.
Well, he did say let them in last, so
Right,
I feel like he was being honest.
Okay.
What if we just see what happens and then make a plan if that happens?
Sure. The porter says, "Can I lock this door? Is it?"
I can lock this door. Do you want me to lock this door?
Please.
I lock the door.
Lock the door.
I mean, I think you've been replaced. He's the new porter. If he's the one.
Yeah, I have the stone key.
I still have the
shaped.
wooden doors. That would be nice. Can I
You
have
the
stone
wooden
key?
porters.
You can have the stone key if you give me 50 gold.
It's going to cost you 75 for a locksmith.
Yeah, and plus, you also didn't give us what we asked for, and
I
we
left
gave you
them
money.
in my other pens.
Oh, weird. That's so strange. Then I guess I don't know where this key is.
50
Thank you. And I give him the key.
Okay.
And I give Gemma his 50 gold back.
I was like, man, I'm at 50 gold. This sucks.
Are there guards on this side of the door at all?
Wait, which door? New guard appears near my new door.
Are there any people who look like they're courtgoers that are frequent here? Or live here?
Yeah, some of the people are not. They're not all just peasants. There are some lower nobility that are sort of at this door to come and talk to the king as well.
Okay. Keth goes over to the most impressive looking one.
Okay.
And basically he says, hey there, my name's Keth. Nice to meet you.
I am Lord Felcrest.
Lord Felchrist, I'm honored. We'll have an audience with the king, and we haven't met her. We haven't seen her recently. What's do you know anything about her state of mind, or like what's going on in the kingdom? Any news?
The king is a noble and regal leader. She is doing great things for this country, and she will protect us from the evils of the outside world that are crushing the other kingdoms and destroying what once was a coalition of convenience that the fool Elatrix thought was some noble purpose.
Okay.
Goodbye.
Okay, very good. So she seems to be turning in. She's no longer, focusing on the rest of the New Merida. She just wants to keep us separate.
New Merida as a concept is gone. The kingdoms now rule themselves.
Oh.
Okay. Do you
That's a
have
much
any
better
idea?
perspective.
Do you have any idea why she chose to do that? Like, why did she choose to isolate herself?
Why should the burdens of other nations be our problem? Those kingdoms should deal with their own issues, and we will deal with ours.
All right. Thank you very much, sir. Very nice to meet you.
Genevera is sitting in a corner patiently.
You patiently wait for several hours.
You're doing a great job, Genevera.
Thank you. It's very difficult.
Geppetto hands her a snack in a juice box.
It is considerably brighter.
The sun hangs high in the air and begins to sink down again, and before the last person enters the doors, it is dark.
Out of juice boxes and out of snacks.
The porter says, "Finally, I have present to you to the king if you are prepared."
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, preparing would have been a great thing to do during this downtime.
Nope.
Guys.
Nope. Got this.
Yeah, we're ready.
All right, Kath, knock it out, pal.
Which door do we want to use?
Hey, Kath, remember. What are we asking her to do?
We are asking her.
Kev?
To assist the kingdoms in fighting off the gnolls and lizard folk.
Specifically, where does she need to send troops?
She needs to send troops to Ishtara.
No.
Paraneth.
Great.
In order to prevent them from being overrun.
Genevera writes it on a sheet of paper.
I had this before you talked.
Did you? Did you?
Kath walks in.
The porter opens the door and
Asher walks through the stone door.
he lets the group of you in, and he says, "Presenting the Many Pennies of Adventure Incorporated."
Hello.
The
Huge bow. Takes off his tricorn hat, very flourishy. Geppetto Funkin, once you stumble, knuckle timber shivers at your service. And he bows down.
Asher attempts to bow, but is way more stiff about it.
So
King Darkheart is sitting on her throne. You have seen this throne room, well, one of you have seen this throne room once before when you were, this specific layout of the throne room, when you watched Heinrich get expelled from the court. Clyde sits to her right. The Clyde sits to her right, but also back. Like his throne is smaller and further back. And
True love.
Sort of like sitting on like the throne like, quietly.
It's covered in stickers.
The kid's throne.
It's clearly movable. Like
Right.
they just put it in there.
There's a bunch of Cheerios on the floor around him.
She says, "The hour is late and I have little time left. Please tell me whatever it is that you wish to request of my magnificence."
Your magnificence. It is an honor to meet you again, or to see you again. Your beauty has not waned one ounce.
Of course not.
We have been apart from here for much time, and much has happened since we've seen each other. How do you fare?
I am well, but tired, and time grows short.
We heard troubling news that the kingdoms have broken apart. Is this true?
It is true. The kingdoms conjoined was the old way. We have ushered in a new way here in this land. One where the people of Carapath become our top priority, and we let the other kingdoms deal with their people in their own way.
Wow, that thank goodness. Thank goodness, I will say. That is one thing that I disagreed with Elatrix about, is we need to worry about our own first. And I think that with you in command, that's what's going to happen.
Keth's the betrayer after all.
Is this a deception?
No. So, no. Keep going.
Okay, well, hold on. So, it's not beeping. Great. To Keth, is this an attempted deception, or is this what Keth believes?
This is an attempt at deception, yes.
Okay, so roll a deception check for me.
Okay.
D20 plus
I wasn't asking as her. Is this
Right.
a deception?
Keep going.
No.
Keep going.
If it's a deception, I am loving it.
If it's not a deception, I'm really liking it even more.
Charisma?
Yeah.
That 20!
Okay.
Ooh, I saw that -1 on your charisma and I got nerve.
Sweating.
She says, see, it's not just Genevieve. She says, Elatrix had a lot of grand ideas that were lofty and would have been wonderful if they could work out. But I saw from Verena the kind of damage that it could do to a nation in its prime, to be torn down by the decrepicy of other nations.
That is fair. And at most times, I absolutely agree. I think that at normal times, you should be worrying about your people, and that is the mark of a great monarch.
She sort of stands up and she says, I think that Carapath has much to offer. She's sort of like pacing slowly back and forth on her dais. She says, I think there are a great number of secret treasures here and a great number of resources that could make this place truly one of the greatest kingdoms of this realm. There are still several problems that we must address, though. I'm sure you are aware of the undead scourge that plagues this land. Something that we must fight, that we were not getting help from other countries, and while we have to send troops to aid them while our own people die to the undead. Tell me, Keth, what other problems do you see of Carapath and that it faces today?
There's always a great many problems in any nation. But since you ask, to the north there is a great swelling of evil that will come down here eventually, that will get here, that will come to your door and make your people suffer and hurt. The other nations, they're children. They don't know what to do. They need a leader. And I think you can be that leader and setting the example of assisting your neighbors to the north.
Asher's jaw's on the fucking floor.
Make a persuasion check.
What one was good enough?
No.
6.
She says, and why do you think I would be accepted as a leader among these people? I am the newest of the kings. You would say that if there was a bid to rule all of the kingdoms under a single banner, that mine should be the banner they should follow? That mine would be the banner they would follow?
You've proven yourself amongst these people at your king's meeting, that you were a leader who set the tone and ended up setting the agenda and getting, from what I can tell, what you wanted. That is a rare gift, and you can replicate that.
Make another persuasion check. sort of seems to be like mulling it over for a moment. She says, so if you believe that this threat is so dire, one that we should care for the people of the other lands, that we should rise up and be a leader, to show them all the way, that there should be one who does this. And if you were to support my bid, let's say, for such a thing, how would you go about getting the other kingdoms to bow their knee to me?
I think we should set our goals on keeping your people safe. And in this battle, if you set the tone, if you become this beacon of light, of hope for New Merida, others will be more amendable to your wishes.
Roll a persuasion check.
8. I'm starting to lose steam.
She sighs. Oh, Kath. So much potential, and yet your ambition just seems to fall short. You lack the vision. I too believe there are many problems that face our kingdom. Many, many problems. She sort of steps back up onto the dais and she says, problems I seek to resolve each and every day. Guards, roll initiative.
Boo! Oh. I wanted to roll better!
It was close.
Yeah.
You had me on the ropes real tightly. But then it was not amendable, unfortunately.
Many kilograms.
I love that. I love that he used amendable instead of amendable. Like, great job. Great job.
Perfect, purposeful misuse of a word.
Yeah. Solid move, Mikey.
Keth got a 6. Keth doesn't want to fight.
All right. What did Gillick get?
17.
Gebetto?
20.
Genevera?
13. 14, sorry.
Asher?
5.
You want to fight even less than Keth does?
Yeah, for
He
sure.
just loves his door. He's walking in and out.
Okay, the guards get a surprise attack on you. There are 6 guards.
Oh boy.
They each go for one of you, and 2 go for Keth.
Seems right.
Oh, good, my God. The Lady of Knives needs some better guards.
Yeah, she does. I peeked through the little cheat sheet.
I had 120, and the rest were bad. So the one that actually managed to hit does hit Keth.
Am I standing next to Keth so I can impose disadvantage?
Enough that you can impose disadvantage. Still hits.
Damn it.
But doesn't crit.
Does not crit. So, Keth, you take 10 damage from the a blow from a sword that comes in and hits you. 2 of them came in. You managed to sort of bat one away. The other one gets blocked by his shield, but it skids off his shield and smacks you.
I have a sticky note. A piece of paper. An extra one.
From last night.
Great.
That was Keth.
Yeah, like that you didn't write Clug.
Or Clug,
You
rather.
just wrote Gunner.
I know, I don't know why.
Good.
I think it was originally supposed to be the gunner, like the pirate that was in with the gunners, but then I just used it for Clug instead.
Gotcha.
G-U-N.
No, it's just mushed.
It's too late now, I erased it.
It's too late to prove it either way. Alright.
I feel like it's proven.
So, Gebetto, it is your turn.
Great. Gebetto is going to... Well, are we all within 5 feet of each other? What's the layout look like here?
Yeah, you were all sort of clumped together, and they have come around you and surrounded you.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
So we're back to back to back to back.
You are
that's awesome.
turtled. Yeah.
Yeah.
Great. Hell yeah, we are.
Very cool.
So,
it's like one of the pictures that we have. One of the earliest Adventure Inc. pictures.
Yeah.
Is us in a circle.
Yeah.
So if I attack the guy directly in front of me, do I get sneak attack damage because I'm within 5 feet?
They're all technically in combat, yeah, with
Okay.
whoever the people next to you or whatever.
Perfect. Then I'm going to go ahead and do that. I'm going to attack the guy in front of me. Ooh, and I get a 27 to hit.
That hits.
28 to hit.
Yep, you did it.
And then I'm going to go ahead and roll the sneak attack damage. And that one. And I get, let's see, 2, 4, 6, 10, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, and my lightning damage of 2. So 26 damage.
Okay, yeah. You charge forward with the rapier. You stab my swishy deep into this person's like belly, into their soft belly. They sort of like yelp out in pain, and you pull it out, and blood is just pouring down their side, like gushing down their side. They look very hurt.
That's the power of the all-seeing blade, baby!
Oh, unleashing a new name. Gillick, it is your turn.
Gillick's gonna summon the hammer in front of him. It's like right in front of the guy that hit Kevin. Power up. And then I'm gonna swing at the guy that hit Kevin.
Thanks, buddy.
You're welcome. 23 to hit.
23 hits.
Excellent. I will burn a spell. I should have dueled him. Damn it.
Yeah.
Is that a mind flare? What's the point?
Exactly. It's a loadie. I'm gonna D4 got stuck. So. Hey. Oh, all right. There we go. 2 fire, 6, 9 bludgeoning, and then 1, 2, 6, 7, 8 necrotic.
Okay. Yeah, you slam the hammer down into him, and it sort of like bursts with energy. He looks like he's pretty hurt.
Oh, he does. Damn it. Okay. Second attack. No way.
Neat.
That's a 15. I'm keeping that.
Okay.
22 to hit.
22 hits.
Excellent. Same thing. I will do a full smite. 3 fire, 9 bludgeoning, and then 10, 11, 12 necrotic.
Yeah, that's enough. You slam the hammer into him, it bursts with energy. You slam it again, it bursts with another blast of energy, and he just falls back, slumped over dead.
Who's next?
Genevera, it's your turn.
So the first thing Jennifer is gonna do is like make the first eye contact with Clyde that she has.
Okay.
Like the fuck?
His face is panic-stricken.
And she kind of like looks around. The message she's trying to convey without actually having a spell is like, I know you can do magic, you fucking asshole. Help us? Shrug. That's the message that she thinks is on her face.
Okay.
And then, so I am going to, I'm going to cast Cloud of Daggers. It's a 5-foot cube. It's a 5-foot cube. So I assume it's just like over one guard.
Yeah.
But I am going to cast that.
He's all the way down the street.
Oh, yeah. So it's whoever starts in it is 4d4.
Are you going to do it on the one that's already injured by Gebetto?
Yeah.
Okay. So it's a dex saving throw?
I don't think it's anything.
Oh, yeah, you just deal damage
I
the first
think
time.
it just, and then they get it every time they...
Yep. So go ahead and roll the damage.
It is 44. Thank you.
6
7.
That's actually enough still, though. He was very hurt. So the daggers dig in deep, and the guard just falls dead.
Okay, great.
You hear the Lady of Knives shout out, "Get them! Get them!" And the guards make in for another round of attacks.
Oh, because they had the surprise round.
Right. It was a surprise. Once again, they all feebly, like...
We're on it, Chief!
And there is nothing. Keth, it's your turn.
Hilarious. Is there any way to disengage?
Oh, also, sorry. Before it's your turn, 6 more guards come in from the wings and sort of like form a line in front of the dais.
I'm so excited. 6 more guards?
Yeah.
So in front of the Lady of Knives, in between.
Yeah, in between you guys and Lady of Knives.
Alright, that's fine. Never mind. I'm not going to disengage. I will spend a point of key to make 2 unarmed attacks on the guard that's in front of me. 24 to hit.
A 24 hits.
Right. I'm going to try and knock him... No, not with that one, obviously. 6 damage.
Okay.
The second strike, I'm going to try and knock him prone. 19.
19 hits.
He also takes 6 damage.
Okay. And he is knocked prone.
Cool. I will make club attacks on another guard near me.
Okay.
27 to hit.
Hits.
Uh, 14 damage.
Okay.
And second attack, trying not to kill him. 14 to hit.
You miss. So good job not killing him.
All right.
You did the thing.
Succeeded.
He's not unconscious. He's also not dead. Asher, it's your turn.
Cool. So I see this new lineup of people in front of us, and I do conjure animals, and I summon 4 giant goats. And in a line in front of, they're lined up there, and they're in a line in front of us.
Okay.
And when should their, do you want me to roll initiative for them, or
Sure.
or do they go immediately after me?
No, you can roll initiative. That's fine.
They have a initiative of a better initiative than me. Of 9 plus what's their goat?
But you can do a goat round this round if you want.
Goat round. Yeah, goat round. Yes, there's 9. So and then I turn into Asherosaurus.
Okay.
And I just no how many? So there's 6 guards out
But
there.
use an
and
action to cast a spell.
Action cast spell. Moon Druid can do it as a bonus action. Can wild shape as a bonus action. So I can't attack. I can just move.
Right, because you full action to cast, bonus action to shapeshift.
Yep.
Now you can move. Yeah.
Cool.
So if you move, the guards are sort of around you. If you move, you will take an attack of opportunity.
I
as a
don't move.
dinosaur. Okay. All right.
Goat round.
Goat round. Go ahead. Goat round.
All the goats are going to charge at the line, and they're going to make a genuine, honest to God, charge attack.
I'm excited about it.
They're charging in a line at the line of guards.
There's a goat wall of death.
So, I saw the monster and I went, oh, this is gonna be fun.
They're giant too, right?
They're giant goats. They are large beasts.
Perfect. Fucking huge goats. They're just gonna fucking trample people.
Where's the last one? So there's a 17 plus 5, an 18 plus 5, an 11 plus 5, and a 4 plus 5.
Okay, 3 of the goats make their targets.
Those 3 guards have to make a DC Strength 13 check or be knocked prone. And still take bonus damage.
They're all knocked prone.
And the other one misses?
Yeah.
Great. So
How does this play out?
Wait, I'll get there in just a second.
Okay.
Just a second.
So
Yeah, I need a word picture, is what I'm saying.
I hear you.
goat number 1 deals this plus 3. Where is it? Get out of there. So 2, 5, 6, 7. Oh yeah. Plus 3, 14 damage.
Okay.
Goat 2. Oh, come on, man. Where are you? Get unstuck. God damn it.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, plus 3, so 12.
Okay.
And then
8 and 3 is 11.
8 and 3
Just let it go.
is 11.
Just let it go.
Thank you for that. God, this one does not want to go in your dice tower.
D4s are bad in the dice tower. Just roll the D4.
3, 6, 10, 11, so 14.
Okay.
And then the one that misses is
Yeah. So these four just huge goats appear, like large creatures. Like the only thing you guys have ever encountered larger than these goats are the dragons you've seen.
They're large horse.
They're
if
large
you ask
beasts.
Jennifer. And maybe a giant. I think you guys have seen a giant.
I've summoned other large beasts.
Sure, but these are still like pretty big fucking goats.
Hell yeah,
So
they are.
they go charging forward. The first three, like as soon as they hit their point, they like ram their heads up, so the people actually go like flying and they get knocked prone, like creating a space. The last guy just like he goes to like hit the thing, and the guy like ducks down underneath his head, so the goat like charges its head up, but the guy's just like cowering below him, below this like giant goat. Nice. The Lady of Knives screams out again, like, "Get them! Get them! You idiots!" Everyone stops. The guards turn and they say, "The king! She's dead!" A blade poking out from between her ribs.
Oh my god.
She slides to the ground, and behind her is Clyde, who says, "Long live the king." And that's where we'll stop.
Hey adventurers, DM Anthony here again. I just want to remind you that there are lots of ways to support the show. Head on over to patreon.com/adventureinc. Tell your friends about the show. Rate and review us on iTunes or wherever you get your podcasts. Links and more can be found at adventureinc.podbean.com. Thanks everyone, we'll see you next week.
I'm just gonna run this during the break like I always do.
Right.
Although this time all the tags will be from far away.
Right. You have to really amp it up.
Yeah. Just the far away yelling joke.
All off mic bits.